Rush into Old Navy starting tomorrow. The entire store's on sale up to 50% off. Want to save even more? Redeem your Super Cash now at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Better hurry, though. Sunday's the last day. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today and 2-day only deals.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning. It's Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. It's Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and that translates into no BS job search advice. This is a show where I like to talk with you in a very straightforward way about things that you could be doing better in your job search. Because frankly, most of the people I run into in my work as a headhunter do a mediocre job of representing themselves. If you can get one more interview, if you can find one more opportunity to present yourself to, if you can improve the way you do all of this, you're going to get more results. If you put in more effort, you're going to get more results. And frankly, if you take a few more risks, and that's one of the things we're going to work on in today's show, is risks, you're going to get greater results, not just simply in this job search, but in your career and future job searches for years to come. Now, today's show is brought to you by, I love doing this, ready? JobSearchUniverse.com. Job Search Universe is a website that searches thousands of job sites concurrently for leads. It's a Boolean search box on the site. Search for leads for positions that you're trying to find anywhere in the world. There's a lot of good information available on the site, as well as information. Matter of fact, I have one of my first books available on the site that you can read for free there. Other people have contributed books as well, so that'll also help you with your job search. So again, the website address is JobSearchUniverse.com, and I hope you find it helpful. Now, I talked earlier about risks. And one of the big risks that people find when looking for work is networking. They're uncomfortable, or many people are uncomfortable in networking, or asking for recommendations. And one of the things I learned a long time ago is that recruiters only fill a certain number of jobs. And I think the statistics say 22 to 25% of all positions are filled by recruiters. Job boards fill 5 or 6%. Now, there's some overlap on that statistic. Recruiters sometimes get resumes from job boards. So, there's some overlap there. So let's combine the numbers and add a few. So let's say the two together fill 35% of all jobs. That means that 65% are coming from other sources, like employee referrals, recommendations, networking, anything other than those two. So you don't want to neglect the largest way to find work, just because it's easier to contact a recruiter or answer an ad online. So today we're going to talk about the elevator pitch. Now, all of us have heard that term before. It comes out of the world of angel investing, where you reach out to people and you pitch them in the amount of time it would take to ride an elevator to their floor. So let's look at it from the job hunting perspective. What's going to make a good pitch that's brief but effective and to the point? Now, most people are going to say, give me an idea of something that I might say to someone. And, you run into someone that you haven't seen in a while. You run into someone at church, synagogue, mosque, social gathering, networking event, some other place. And, most of you are told to be very blunt. I'm someone who. My suggestion is no one likes to be put on the spot. I'd rather offer the suggestion of a more roundabout question. And the suggestion would be to say something along the lines of, would you happen to know someone who could use And then you could use that more intense language. Would you happen to know someone who might be interested in hiring a C-sharp developer who's worked on fill in the blank? Would you happen to know someone who might be interested in speaking with a salesperson who's increased revenues by 30%? Would you happen to know someone who could use an operations manager who can do such and such, who's cut costs, improve the top and bottom line, things along those lines, rather than going for the kill right away? My opinion of going for the kill, those I'm someone who can leap tall buildings, stop speeding trains, the Superman approach, is most people don't listen. But if you ask them whether they might know someone who, well, it makes them start thinking of whether they might know someone who. So it's a little bit psychological in the way that you deal. But then from there, what I want you to think of, and this requires some preparation on your part, is what is it that someone might care about that you've done that might pique their interest? So if they're in the position where they're trying to hire and you run into someone, what is it that they would care about? And you have to be prepared to talk about your experience in a way that is interesting to them, rather than that hard-charging, obnoxious kind of thing that so many people tune out to. Even if you're in sales, salespeople have to have touch. So you don't necessarily want to always go in like bull in a china shop. Most of the time what you want to do is engage someone so that they don't tune you out. And if you think you can do this without practice, you're sorely mistaken. I think one of the smartest things that people can do is practice what they're going to say so that it becomes second nature. Sports teams do this. Even when they look like they're improvising, they've practiced. In football, I'm going to use a term, the tip drill. So, for example, a pass is tipped. What do the linebackers and other players on the defensive side of the ball do? Is they practice all those contortions that make them leap to the ball to try and get an interception. The Yankees, in one of Derek Jeter's most famous plays, there was a play against the Oakland Athletics in the playoffs where Jeter ran from the shortstop position to the first baseline to cut off an errant throw, caught it, and then threw to the catcher to tag Jeremy Giambi out at home plate. Everyone was shocked, and he said, "We practice this." So I'm going to encourage you to practice. Practice what you're going to say in this improvisational type of situation so that you can be well rehearsed, even in a way that you see. In point of fact, you're practiced, but you're going to appear very casual and comfortable with people. So get together with your wife, husband, partner, friend, your job search buddy, your job search networking group, and have a time where you're going to practice your networking pitch. And in doing so, what I want you to do is not just listen to what they say, but notice how they give you cues as to their response before they start to speak. The cues are when they start to tune out. How many seconds into what you say do they stop listening or seem disinterested or anything other than listening to you? Listen to their feedback. But at the same time, the unspoken message is what you might get when you're actually delivering the elevator pitch. So you have to practice holding the interest. Now, one of the things that I've learned a long time ago is you play around with your voice. Now, I'm doing a live broadcast here, so one of the things I try to do is at times, like I did earlier with Job Search Universe, I play with my voice. I speak faster or slower, become more impassioned, more vital. I do certain things with my voice to try and hold your interest and draw you in when I speak a little bit more softly. There are things that you can practice with your voice that will keep people's interest and attention as well. But again, one of the ways to practice isn't just standing in front of a mirror, but practicing with a live audience so you can see how they respond to your message. So, know your subject, know what you're going to say, notice how people react to you. Don't just stand in one place. Feel free to move around a little bit. You're not a tree that's planted in one location. You have to be prepared to allow people to see you on the fly, moving, and that helps to hold their interest as well. So if you're someone who fidgets a little bit, that's okay. Move your hands. Feel free to do that. But don't just be a tree planted in one place, okay? So these are skills that will serve you in other venues in your professional and personal life as well. So when you're running into the person before the meeting and you want to create an impression with them, it's a great tool. If you think this is the last time you're going to look for a job, friend, you're mistaken here. Practice this throughout your career so that when you're put into the situation where you have an opportunity to pitch someone, do it. And again, in this kind of casual way. So that's my tip for today. Now let me talk with you about a few of the new jobs I'm recruiting for. First one is in New York. It's for a SQL Server DBA, going to about $120,000 on a base plus bonus. They want someone with a degree, at least 5 years of experience working with SQL Server, strong database design concepts, must have Irwin experience. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Knowledge of Informatica and Cognos is a plus. Knowledge of Accord XML messages is also a plus. Experience in the property and casualty insurance industry is also a plus. Again, going to about $120 on a base plus bonus. Then a role for a senior SQL developer, also in New York, for about $120. At least 2 years experience writing SQL code, degree, experience with Sybase, excellent SQL development skills, excellent transactional database and data warehouse design skills, SQL code optimization, store procedures, and triggers. Secondarily, Sybase Adaptive Server Administration and Replication Server. Next position's in Jersey City, New Jersey, for Systems Operations Manager. This is really a lead for systems administrators within this organization. Rather than recite some of the skills here, go to my website, jeffaltman.com. There's a detailed listing. What you would look for is job 0706 in the database. Lastly for today is a web designer and developer rolled into one for Lyndhurst, New Jersey, paying up to $95,000 on a base. They want someone with at least 5 years of web design experience, GUI background, HTML, CSS, graphics creation with Photoshop, Illustrator, multimedia creation with Flash, ActionScript, print design with InDesign, degree, again going to about $95,000. If you're qualified, interested, and available in any of these roles, please email your resume to me at thebiggamehunter@cisny.com. If you know someone who might fit one of these roles better than you, by all means ask them to forward a resume and mention your name. I'll look out for them. Have no fear. There are many more positions at jeffaltman.com that are available to you. Come over to the website, search the listings there. There's places to post your resume to any number of job boards. I try to make things convenient for people at the website. Sign up for a complimentary subscription to No BS Job Search Advice e-zine. I publish that every Tuesday with suggestions for how to search for a job better. how to answer questions. I provide special offers to my readers. So sign up for No BS Job Search Advice easy. You're there. So this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'll be back next Monday with more No BS Job Search Advice. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
Rush into Old Navy starting tomorrow. The entire store's on sale up to 50% off. Want to save even more? Redeem your Super Cash now at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Better hurry though, Sunday's the last day. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today and 2-day only deals. Rush into Old Navy starting tomorrow. The entire store's on sale up to 50% off. Want to save even more? Redeem your Super Cash now at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Better hurry though, Sunday's the last day. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today and 2-day only deals.